Hey guys, thank you for joining me for another podcast. In this one, I want to talk about moving, or do I think you should move from playing the Warhammer video games to the actual real life Warhammer, if you've gotten into it via video games like the latest Space Marine 2 or Total War Warhammer 3 or whatever it is you're playing, Dawn of War. I'm sure a lot of the fan base get into Warhammer via the video games, and that's absolutely cool. There are some really decent Warhammer video games, and at the same time as this video uploading, I should have my top 10 Warhammer games list come up as well, so please do check that out. But is it worth the jump? Now, of course, it goes without saying that Warhammer is expensive. It's very, very expensive, and whether it's worth that is entirely up to you. I started playing Warhammer. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I started collecting Warhammer about 25 years ago. I did play some like homebrew rule things with friends, but actually, I even think I played some in the late 90s. But it wasn't until this year, recently, that I'd actually started playing properly. And what actually helped me and got me playing properly, and this is my advice, if you're thinking of getting into Warhammer 40k, I would start with Kill Team. If you start with Kill Team, it's a lot easier because it just focuses on you and the opponent having one squad each, and it's a thinner rule book. You don't even need this. You can actually use the app, the Kill Team app, which is completely free, and it has all of the data cards on there, which are these gizmos. Now, at the minute, I have the Commandos and the Vespid Stingwings, which is one of the ones I just pulled up. So that's my Stingwings, and then I've also got the Orc Commandos as well. Both teams fully painted and based and whatnot, and they're really cool. No, the friend of mine I've been going up against recently, we've been sort of learning the rules via YouTube videos and obviously the rule book and the data cards, and we've had quite a few games now. I've won none of them. He's using Hand of the Archon, and they seem to just dish out damage like it's going out, like they've just got an infinite well of it, which is a pain in the dick. He gets some godlike dice rolls, but that's beside the point. Essentially, all you need is just dice, which you can use the Games Workshop dice, or you can use D&D dice. As long as you've got 6-sided dice, you're good to go. And you just need to, like, measuring gizmos. You can use tape measure, or you can get like a pack which has these cool things which I painted in, which is really nifty. And of course, you want to have your scenery, which I've nearly finished the Volkis set of scenery, and it's the first time I've ever assembled and painted scenery in my entire lifetime of playing, of collecting and painting Warhammer and playing some homebrew games. There's so much surface area. I didn't realize how much you have to paint and how much paint you use. Like, I'm out of non-oil again, so I've got to go and get non-oil, but you can also get like cool barricades and like all these little boxes that come with it, and cool things like barbed wire fences and all that kind of jazz, which is great once you've painted it all and it all and it all looks pretty cool. But once you've got that, then you've got to play it, and of course getting people to play with you is the other thing, because it's obviously you need time. The games of Kill Team between me and my friend, as we are complete noobs, is taking around about 2 hours ish to do. Apparently, you can knock out a game of Kill Team in 30 minutes, but I believe in order to do that, you'd need to essentially be rushing, like going 1v1 and like going, my turn, this, I'm doing this, go, and then swapping it around. And you've obviously both got to know the rules exactly. Now, there are other things and other supplements you can get as well with Kill Team, which is like this approved data ops pack thingy that you can get as well. But again, there are things within the app itself, so you don't actually need to buy that, but you do need Kill Teams, and they can range from £35 up to £45, which is very expensive for one team of minions, yes. But I have to admit, playing Kill Team, the real life game of Kill Team, is incredibly fun. Even though I've not won a game yet, it's incredibly fun, and I'm having a really good time playing it because I'm actually there and I'm making the individual decisions and rolling the dice and getting shit rolls, but I'm rolling the dice, and every game we've played, we've structured the layout differently. And like I said, the only thing I have at the minute is the Volkis sets. That's all I have at the moment, but I do plan on getting like the other ones. I think Gallowmere is one of them, or Gallow Dark or something it's called, but I'm going to get those as well. And pretty soon we'll be moving over into Necromunda as well, so I'll be getting some Necromunda stuff and hopefully showing that off at some point soon. But as it stands at the minute, as it all costs so much money, I collect all this stuff over a very long period of time. If you want to blow a whole lot of ched and get yourself a shitload of Warhammer in one go for it. I would not advise doing that. I would really buy one box at a time. And if there is speed painting methods, which is what I use. I use the contrast paints, and contrast paints are really cool because they're really smart and they create shading for you anyway. And then so you just prime your models in white. I would recommend in white, and then you just slap, like if it's Blood Angels, for example, then you literally just spray paint your Space Marine white, and then you just slap the Blood Angel red contrast paint all over it. Then let that dry, then put a bit of gold or black or whatever it is you want to put on the emblem on their chest, and then silver on the gun and whatnot, and just try and do the eyes, and then just slap some neon oil over the top of that, and you're good to go. Obviously you got to do the base as well, but you are good to go. But it's a very addictive hobby. It's a very fun hobby, but again, it's very expensive. And I'm playing Kill Team every Thursday at the minute, but I'm going to start doing it with random strangers every other Tuesday at a club that meets locally, and a load of them get together. So that's what I'm going to do. I do have armies of 40k. I have a full army of Tau, which I know is like a big taboo thing. The only thing I have left to paint which I have them here ready to rock, is I've got a few of these, the battle suits, so I just got to get those done. But I have finished those. I also have Leagues of Votann as well. I have a literal handful of Marines and Tyranids, which are fully painted. And I have, on the Warhammer Age of Sigmar side, I have a near full army of Skaven. I just got a few Night Runners left to do because I went with Clan Eshin. And I also have the Vanguard, the Spearhead of the Seraphon, which they're all fully painted and ready to rock. There's also Warhammer Underworld, which is what I want to get into, which is like a faster paced Age of Sigmar board game thing with cards. I don't really know. I am going to get into it and actually get involved. But I love the hobby, and that's the thing. You can just stick with the video games if you want to, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't blame you. It's a lot cheaper to buy Space Marine 2 than it is to buy an army of Space Marines. That's for sure, because you've got to buy the brushes and the paints and all that stuff. Now, you don't have to go with Games Workshop with Citadel stuff. You don't have to go with their official paints and whatnot. But just bear in mind, if you try and you can get 3D printed scenery, 3D printed stuff, and if you do want to do that, that's cool for homebrew stuff, but I don't think you can use even scenery in official competitions. And eventually, one day, I'd like to actually get to Warhammer World up in Nottingham and actually participate in official Kill Team competitions. That's what I think that's what I'd really want to do, is go and do that, because me playing Warhammer properly and regularly has been a long thing coming for me. I've always collected the models off and on. I'm 37 now, so a lot of people my age have done that. They started collecting it a long time ago. They got into it, they got out of it, and the prices have jumped insanely high. Like, I think a box of normal, say 10 Space Marines now, I think it's like 25 quid to 30 quid maybe, whereas when I first started collecting it back in the day, I think they were £8, and then they went to 10, and then it went to 12, and then that's when I stopped, really. Around 2004, and then I got into it again around 2009, 2010, and then I got out of it again, and then since then, it's only just recently, last couple of years, I've been into it. But now that I actually can get the stuff, I'm getting married next month in May, so that's where all my money is at the moment, which is a bit of a, it's a double-edged sword, because obviously I'm getting married and I'm excited for that, but also at the same time I am skint, so I've got no ched whatsoever. But that's fine. It's all going to come out in the wash, as they say, and it'll be fine going forward. But seriously, just have a look at the Warhammer website. I window shop on there all the time, and if you are thinking of doing it and you want to do it, sometimes you don't even know you want to do it until you try it, but I would 100% go with Kill Team. Have a look at all the different Kill Teams. There's a load of them, and just pick your pick the one that you wanna look at. Don't just look at how cool they look. Look at their play styles. Like the Vespid Stingwings, for example, they are part of the Tau, and you can use the kill teams with their respective armies in normal 40k. So I can use my Vespid Stingwings in my Tau army, which is really cool. Same as with the Orc Commandos, I can use those in an Orc army if I ever make one, which I probably will do. The Orcs are pretty cool, to be fair. But like the downside with Stingwings is they have like shite melee. They have their claws, and that is it. They just have claws. It's not very good, but they do have some really cool neutron charge weapons and some other cool gizmos, and the fact they have wings and they can utilize fly as well, so like terrain is no problem for them whatsoever. They sacrifice no movement whatsoever to get up and over terrain, so it's pretty cool that way, but they do have the downsides of being shit in melee. So if somebody gets up close and personal with them, like my friend's Hand of the Archon, then I'm going to get fisted, which is generally what happens. But please do think about it. Do check it out. I do highly recommend playing it. It's a ton of fun. I know it's incredibly nerdy, and I am a nerd, but it's a ton of fun. I'm also trying to get... I've had the Dungeons and Dragons books now for a while, and I've got all the stuff, character sheets, I've got dice, I've got loads of dice and all that. I've got all the stuff I need to play D&D. I'm just trying to find a group currently to start playing it. So obviously I'll keep you updated on that one. But I think, like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't know if anyone has noticed or not, I don't know, but like in terms of regular gaming videos on my channel, they've slowed down, not stopped, but it's slowed down because I found that having to rush through capture footage and play these games, it started to almost feel like a job, which it was never my intention for YouTube to become sort of that way. Although I'm a YouTube partner and all that, I'm monetized and stuff, and I do get sponsored from like game developers and stuff. They send me games for free, which I'm very grateful for, and it's awesome. But it started to suck the fun out of games for me, because gaming is my hobby. It's my main hobby. And so, like, at this present moment, I am munching through The Last of Us Part 1 on PC. I'm in the spring now. I've nearly finished that. I'm also playing The Last of Us Part 2 again on PC and just doing a bit of that. I'm doing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 at the minute. I'm sort of waiting on the fence for this Oblivion remaster, remake thing that's apparently dropping at some point soon. But I'm just spinning all these different plates of video games, and I'm just happy playing them on the down low. So game videos will resume, and I'm aiming for one a week, just like this podcast. I'm trying to aim for one a week. Now, obviously, I've skipped a week because it was my birthday last weekend, and I got lazy and I didn't do anything. So that's just me being absolutely lazy. But I want to try and consistently at least do one. I used to do like one a day, and at one point I was doing 2 videos a day, and it's just too much, really. I'm just a nerd with a YouTube channel. I'm not a professional journalist. I'm none of it. Absolutely not. I have a full-time job, and I do YouTube completely on the side. I also have, like I've mentioned in previous podcasts, I have the band that I'm in, and you know, we're trying to now sort out loads of gigs for that, and we've got our single coming out soon, and all that's moving forward with that as well. Plus now, obviously, I'm doing the Warhammer thing, so it's all. I've got all these hobbies, and I don't want to feel forced that I have to do one or the other. So, but I do enjoy making videos, so I will try and do that at least once a week if I can get my ass into gear. But thank you very much for watching me and listening to me ramble on this latest podcast. Let me know in the comments down below if this is something that you are interested in Warhammer and stuff, or what other hobbies do you have. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next one.